all doing well today. Something a bit different. The truth behind this channel. For the next few minutes, I'm going to be discussing why did I start this channel? Do I actually make any money from YouTube? How long will I keep making videos on here? Why I love race days regardless of win or lose. Thoughts on other YouTubers. Thoughts on responsible gambling. And finally, how long do videos take to make? All these topics and more, let's explore. Before we dive into these questions very quickly, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's watched, liked, subscribed, etc. and supported this channel so far. Love the interaction with fellow racing fans. It does mean a lot, and it's what keeps me motivated to keep making this honest content. Right, let's have a look at these questions then. So number one, why did I start this channel? I love horse racing, plain and simple. The buzz, the stories, the big race build-ups, in particular big race days. It's just something I've always been drawn to. Been around horse racing for a long time, as far back as I can remember, really. And on the channel, I'm not here to promise winners or act like I've cracked the game, like I'm some kind of genius. I don't always get it right. Nobody does. I think that's important to say that. But what I try to do is give a solid insight, try to speak honestly, and I try to share what I genuinely believe in and try and find some value. But yeah, nobody can ever promise winners. That's very important to say. Although we have got some Derby success, in 3 years on this channel, which is really nice. Obviously, I usually do 2 to 3 selections of the Derby, but to have 3 in 3 is really nice, and it was a great race one at the weekend. We will discuss why the attendances have been dropping at the Derby and stuff in other videos, but for right now I'm just discussing why we started this channel. So yeah, I love doing the race day vlogs as well. I know we've seen other YouTubers do that as well. I love talking through the big meetings, all about the big meetings, the big hype of everything. I just love it, and capturing the real kind of experience of being there at a day's racing. Yeah, it's just basically the love of the game. I just love talking horse racing. I love the communicating with people. I love when I see people's different comments and seeing other people's opinions on horse racing. It's just brilliant, and that's why I started this channel. Obviously done a few different things on here as well. Done some Vegas vlogs, done a few travel vlogs as well. It's kind of evolved more into horse racing. It was always loosely based around horse racing, and it's kind of gone more in that trajectory. But yeah, that is that question. Right, next go on to the next question. Yes, about £300 so far. So yeah, not exactly life-changing. I'm definitely not doing this for the money. It is just a passion project. It's not a financial one. I mean, I think it's safe to say I've made more money backing Derby winners over the last 3 years than I had from this channel. Having said that, obviously money is an obvious bonus, but I have turned down a few sponsorship and affiliate offers that just didn't feel quite right. I think I'd only do something if I genuinely believe it. I'm not just going to take cash and push things I don't believe in, I think. So I am open to working with sponsors in the future, but if it's not something that I think fits with the channel, it's not something I feel that's genuine, then I won't be doing that. If I feel it is something that's genuine and is something that could help other people, then I would obviously work with other people. But as I say, the main thing is it's not about financials. There's any money that I earn from this channel is a bonus. For me, this is about keeping it honest, building trust, and just sharing something I actually care about and enjoy. I want to see horse racing probably doing better than what it actually is. It does seem to be a little bit declining recently, and I think having creators out there and doing little bits like this just feel like giving it a bit of a push is something I feel pretty passionate about, and I really do enjoy sharing these insights and stuff. So yes, that's that question. Right, next question. Yeah, I think as long as I'm still enjoying it and people are still enjoying it, then I'll keep going. I guess like racing and betting, this has ups and downs as well. Some days gonna make a really good video, some days gonna make a really bad video, and it's just part of the fun and learning. Yeah, so no big exit plans or timeline. As long as it feels worth doing, then I'll continue to do it, whether it's sharing thoughts, the odd race day vlog, or just having a chat with fellow racing fans. Absolutely here for it. I do have one video, a race day vlog overseas. I've done a few overseas ones, Toronto, Japan, Malta. I've also done Barbados. Didn't vlog that one there, but I do have one that I really, really want to do, but it'll cost a lot to make. So whether we make that video, I don't know, but it's something that I've always wanted to do on this channel. I'm not going to say what it is right now because I do want to do it in the next year or two, and I want it to pop up. But it's really something I'm really quite excited about. We'll see if that happens. But yeah, in terms of how long we'll keep doing these videos, yeah, I've been in it for the foreseeable future, but we'll see. Yeah, as long as the passion is still there, we will continue. Next question then. Time for the next question. Responsible gambling. I don't want to say too much about this, but I do want to say one key thing here. We've all seen there's lots of responsible gambling adverts out there. I think some of them are better than others, but the message, I think, is what matters. But for me, it's not necessarily about what is affordable. It's about what people are genuinely comfortable with losing. Now, you could have a millionaire and they could lose £10 on a horse race and it could sit with him really badly. Then you could have somebody else who's got, say, just £100 disposable income. By that I mean after food, bills, everything. They've got £100 basically entertainment budget for the month. They may lose half of it on horse racing, but they feel perfectly comfortable with it because they've really enjoyed it. They love horse racing. They're not really too bothered if they win or lose, and that's just how they choose to spend their disposable income. So it's obviously it's what you can afford, but it's also, I think, and this is not really talked about as much. It's what you feel comfortable losing, and comfortable losing that day as well. You may be a winning punter, but you don't want to go and blow half your profits in one day. So I think it's very important. I think that's the most important thing I can take from responsible gambling is what people are comfortable. What's comfortable and affordable, I think. Affordable and comfortable. Because just because it's affordable doesn't necessarily mean it is the right thing to do. I think betting should always be fun. And I think if it becomes more than that, then just taking a step back is always the right thing to do. Kind of flows on from the last one, but yeah, I think it's really important to enjoy your day out the races regardless of win or lose. I've always done that. Always love going regardless of whether I win or lose. It's always just a great day out for me. It's great to see the horses up close, etc. Just love to see the excitement of people's faces when they get winners there. And to be honest, as long as the racing is exciting, I'm quite content either way. I'd always, of course, rather win than lose, but it's a long game anyway, so in the short term, it really doesn't matter as much. But yeah, whilst I think anybody would always rather win than lose, it really does not impact me too much in the slightest if I don't win. And I think that's very important to still enjoy the day, whether you win or lose. It's a day out. If you win, it's a bonus. If you lose, well, there's always the next race day, isn't there? So I think it's contextualizing that and always betting within your means, as we discussed. Next question then. Yeah, I think generally this is brilliant. I think it's great to see other horse racing YouTubers. I think the more people out there creating stuff around racing, the better. As I mentioned, it is a concern that racing is it seems to be declining a little bit, and I think having these channels, it brings energy, it brings variety, and it keeps the sport alive. Obviously, Basher Watts has got a massive following, and probably is getting some people who are, I'm sure, viewing his videos that are less into horse racing. So I think that's really interesting. In the same way that the greyhound guy, Barking Mad Bettings, well, that's popped up on my feed quite a few times. I think he'll be attracting new audience into the greyhound sector as well. People who are not necessarily that into that thing. So I think that's really good. This channel probably attracts mainly horse racing fans rather than new fans. But I think everybody's got their own style. I think that's what makes it great. And I think it is great that there are these expanding channels that are driving people into the sport. I think it's what we absolutely need, really. I think some channels are more stats driven, some are more about storytelling, some are more about tips, some are more about a combination of both, and I think that keeps things fresh. Not everyone's going to be everyone's cup of tea, totally get that. But I think that there's a good mix out there, isn't it? I think there's something you could find on YouTube for horse racing fans, and there's certain things that will attract new fans in there. So I think that's really good and really interesting. That's what I kind of want from YouTube, and not necessarily this channel, from the whole horse racing perspective. I just love to see people engaging with the sport I love the most. So I think that is great to see overall. And I also want to say a lot of respect for anybody putting themselves out there and sharing their passion. I think it's brilliant to see. I'm very proud of that horse racing community. Very, very, very proud. This is an interesting question. It depends on the type of video. A selections video where I'm talking through the race and picking out a few of my bets will typically take 1 to 2 hours for the actual creation bit, because I guess the creative side to me likes everything to look quite good in terms of graphics and all those type of things. I guess that's my creative side coming out, so try and make those as good as possible. But then obviously 1 to 2 hours for that, with obviously doing a fair bit of research. When I say research, though, I'm kind of doing that because I enjoy it, watching previous race day clips on YouTube on an evening, things like that. I mean, those are not directly involved in making of the videos, doing research, looking at stats, etc. So that's because I enjoy doing that there. So it's 1 to 2 hours for the actual core video, but there's a lot more, I guess, that goes into what is involved there. And then similar time, if we have a day out of the races and I edit some of the videos I've taken out there, that's again similar type of thing, 1 to 2 hours. Constantly learning though, constantly trying to get better at doing these things and trying different things. So those are the timings. Right, we're coming almost to the end here, so I want to say one final thing is, if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask below. And finally, I just want to say, many thanks once again to all the interactions, likes and subscribes, etc. And I wish everybody well. As I've touched upon for all these questions, my goal is just a passion project here, and try and bring a bit of joy and insight to the sport, and hopefully we've done that. And if we haven't, then constructive criticism is welcome as always. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Something slightly different. We'll see how this does in terms of how many people this reaches. You never really know. Sometimes we get thousands of views on here, sometimes we get 100, so who knows. But I hope those who have watched have enjoyed a bit of insight there, something a little bit different. And I wish everybody well, and we will speak again soon. Ascot is just a week away, isn't it? So we'll be back for that. Take care all, and catch you soon.